After a difficult childhood marred by cases of alcoholism and suicide in the family, Demi Moore left behind her life in a New Mexico trailer park in pursuit of the bright lights of Tinseltown. 3 decades and 3 husbands later, Moore's name is known the world over, but her face is rarely seen anymore. Considering her undeniable talent and her impressive acting resume, Demi Moore should be headlining blockbuster movies every year. Instead, she seems to only be appearing in below-the-radar projects, when she appears at all. So what happened? Press pressure. Moore has had a feisty relationship with the press right from the get-go. The actress has battled with the media over her public image on countless occasions over the course of her career, even during her earliest years in showbiz.
And we didn't anticipate press being there, so we weren't prepared. So we were walking to our car, and there were so many flashes going off that we couldn't even see where we were walking.
The stunning young starlet first came to the attention of audiences as a member of the so-called Brat Pack, starring in 80s coming-of-age classics like St. Elmo's Fire and About Last Night. Trouble was, she hated being labeled as a brat, even if it was meant as a status symbol. At the time, she complained, quote, "I find it embarrassing, hateful, and demeaning. The man who wrote that seems jealous because we are young and talented, so he filled the article with lies. He implied we all hate each other," end quote. Box office boom to bust. Unlike some of her Brat Pack buddies, Moore's career was still going strong as the 90s rolled around, becoming one of the biggest stars in the world with her performance opposite the clay-molding spirit of Patrick Swayze in Ghost. Things took a turn for the worst at the midpoint of the decade, however, once The Scarlet Letter barely managed to claw back a fifth of its budget.
In my opinion, good things come and go, just like bad things come and go.
Then the Razzie favorite striptease became Hollywood slang for box office bomb after a horrible performance the very next year. And G.I. Jane was a resounding disappointment at the box office as well. Things only got worse as the years ticked on, with 2010's The Joneses representing rock bottom for the former star as far as theater receipts go. The film only managed an embarrassing $1,355 per screen average in its second weekend. Salary suspension. It might seem hard to believe now, but at one point Moore was Hollywood's highest-paid female performer. After the success of Ghost, the raven-haired actress negotiated an eye-watering $12.5 million paycheck for striptease. So when that film flopped hard, the general consensus was that Moore was not worth the money. She didn't see it that way, however, and neither did Ridley Scott. The director signed off on an $11 million pay packet so she would star in G.I. Jane. That would be the last 8-figure sum she would receive, as studios became wise to her salary demands, especially after she started to gain a reputation as an unbearable diva behind the scenes. The media started nicknaming her Gimme Moore, highlighting the crazy and often ridiculous requests the actress was said to have been making of movie studios. She once asked for a private plane to transport her from her secluded Idaho home to New York City, and then reportedly demanded that Sony swap it for a larger one just so she didn't have to stack her luggage. Talk about a ridiculous writer. For her part, Moore has defended her notorious tantrums as her just being a perfectionist.
I don't understand why it's so difficult to confirm an appointment.
No, I'm so sorry, Miranda. I actually did confirm
Details
last night.
of your incompetence do not interest me.
Sex symbol slump. In her younger days, Demi Moore once said, quote, "The quickest route to power for an actress in Hollywood is to hook yourself up to someone who can put you in a good position and make yourself a sex object," end quote. That approach might have worked at the time, but even the best-looking actresses can only bank on being pure eye candy for so long. The older Moore got, the more she tried to hang on to her good looks, reportedly turning to plastic surgeons for help. Various tabloid reports claim the aging actress spent as much as $400,000 on a full-body makeover that included collagen injections in her lips, porcelain caps on her teeth, and liposuction on her stomach, thighs, and bottom. When asked about the sudden differences in her appearance, Moore flat-out denied she had ever gone under the knife, telling reporters in Paris that she didn't like the idea of having an operation to hold up the aging process. The scalpel won't make you happy. But that was at odds with what many experts noticed about her appearance. Even despite her alleged surgical intervention, though, Moore has gone from a precocious 20-something to middle-age before America's eyes and has blamed ageism for her reduced star power of late. When she hit 44, she opened up about how difficult it was to be a middle-aged woman in the film industry, saying, quote, "It's been a challenging few years, being the age I am, almost to the point where I felt like, well, they don't know what to do with me. I am not 20, not 30. There aren't that many good roles for women over 40. A lot of them don't have much substance other than being someone's mother or wife." End quote. Breakup blues. While Moore recovered well after her publicized divorce from Bruce Willis, she has seemingly struggled to keep it together since her 6-year marriage to Ashton Kutcher came crashing down. Trouble was brewing amid allegations that her much younger husband had been cheating on her with women closer to his own age. The final straw came when 22-year-old part-time model Sarah Leal spilled the beans about sleeping with Kutcher on his and Moore's wedding anniversary, prompting the actress to release a statement confirming their split. She said, quote, "As a woman, a mother, and a wife, there are certain values and vows that I hold sacred, and it is in this spirit that I have chosen to move forward with my life." End quote. Family squabbles. Moving forward has proven difficult for Moore, and family troubles have only added to her isolation in recent years. The actress relied heavily on the 3 daughters she has had with Willis in the aftermath of her very public separation from Kutcher, but she was said to have been contacting them so regularly that they reportedly considered taking out a restraining order against her.
You know what? Life is life, and it's messy, and it's complicated, and you know what? It takes guts.
Perhaps part of that distance is owed to the fact that Moore has once again faced substance abuse issues in recent years. In 2012, she was reportedly rushed to hospital after allegedly suffering a seizure when high on laughing gas and prescription pills. Not all press is good press. Moore was briefly back in the headlines in 2015, though for all the wrong reasons. In July of that year, a 21-year-old man attended a party at Moore's Beverly Hills home and drowned after falling into her 10-foot-deep swimming pool while drunk. The actress was away visiting family at the time of the accident, but the fact that a wild party had led to a death on her premises only reinforced studio fears that she was a liability. Comeback? Demi Moore returning to Hollywood isn't only possible, it is totally in the cards for 2017. A source close to the star revealed to Radar Online she's running low on money and has decided to take her recent casting in hit Fox show Empire and turn it into a full-blown comeback. The source revealed that she's currently looking at new scripts and, quote, "She knows that she needs to get back into the game to survive and has rehired her team of managers and agents to help her with another big break." End quote. Looks like we'll have more sooner than anyone would have guessed.
Exciting, isn't it?
Thanks for watching. Click the Nikki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.